Hello all and welcome back to another banger of a video with us, the Screen Fusion Society. With the recent release of The Flash, the DCU has officially begun its reboot. The MCU is headed strong with its various projects. We've all seen the latest lineups for both of these cinematic giants, and today I'm here to break them down, give you a detailed analysis of the upcoming projects, the characters involved, the stories, casting news, and so much more. So, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll get started right away. Starting with the MCU, coming off a couple of hits and a couple of misses, Kevin Feige returns with a team-up movie between the three marvelous characters: Kamala Khan's Miss Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel. Based on trailer reviews, fans are positively excited for this installment. Further along the road, we have Deadpool 3 lined up, followed by Captain America: Brave New World, featuring Sam Wilson's Captain America. However, Loki Season 2 is what fans have been most excited for, releasing in October. The series will pick up where it left off in Season 1, following Loki and Mobius across time to battle Kang. On the other hand, the DCU, now headed by James Gunn, comes into a new reboot. Once again, The Flash was received mostly positively, but the Blue Beetle is the DCU's latest film, debuting to mostly mixed reviews. Upcoming projects for the DCU include the much-talked-about Superman Legacy, starring David Corenswet as Henry Cavill's replacement. While not much is known about the storyline, Gunn has revealed that it will not be an origin story. Other projects lined up are The Authority, a team of superheroes, Brave and the Bold, a Batman and Robin movie, and Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. However, plotlines about these projects have not yet been released. Character analysis: James Gunn's reboot will kick off with the greatest superhero of all time, Superman. Gunn says that Superman Legacy will not be an origin story, but will focus on a younger Superman than audiences are used to. DCU co-CEO Peter Safran says, Superman will be the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way. His kindness in a world that thinks of kindness as old-fashioned. Given Superman's rich history in the comics and Gunn's respect for the source material, audiences everywhere are excited to see the direction Superman takes off in. The MCU hasn't had many great character movies post-Endgame, with many citing superhero fatigue as a reason for the poor reception. However, things might seem to change with Deadpool 3's announcement. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman returning as their iconic characters has us all abuzz, waiting for the Silver Claws and Blades to grace the silver screen. With much of the story of Deadpool 3 still under wraps with the current writers' strike, audiences have begun to speculate and theorize, all the way from starting the X-Men to being part of the lineup to fight Kang. The inclusion of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine with his comic-accurate suit has fans everywhere waiting to see him rage out. Storyline prospects: James Gunn is known for his Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy in the MCU, which has garnered him high praise for staying true to the characters, not overusing comedy and having his characters experience true emotions. Thus, fans have come to expect nothing but high-quality superhero movies from him. Superman Legacy seems to be in good hands, given James Gunn's reputation. We know that it is not an origin story, thus implying that we will be introduced to a Superman that is already known to the world. Fans seem to also be expecting an emotionally driven Superman, and it certainly seems to be the way to go for the Man of Steel. The MCU, however, has had recent issues with coherent storylines that satisfy the fans and critics alike. Entries like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and Thor: Love and Thunder have been criticized for their overuse of comedy and emotional scenes and MacGuffins. The recent TV shows have been criticized for the same reasons. And it seems like the MCU is now on a downhill path of poor writing. However, projects like James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 have proven to be a burning star in a space of dead projects. With the information we know about Loki Season 2, as well as the fantastic reception of the first season, fans seem to be positively excited for its October release. Loki and Mobius track down Sylvie amid the changing timeline caused by the events of Season 1. Casting and fan reception: the fans have not been happy with recent projects from either side, with projects like The Flash and Secret Invasion dividing fans about their respective endings. With fans' reception playing a huge role in the superhero movie business, both studios need to take a step back and stick to the basics at this point. Thus, with new characters like the Blue Beetle being introduced on the big screen, the basics seem to be working. Fans of both studios alike seem to be extremely excited for the return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. So it's safe to say that Deadpool 3 will be a huge fan success. Far-fetched rumors regarding the stretchy situation at the Fantastic Four film have kept fans up at night. Everyone from Jack Quaid, Matt Smith, and Vanessa Kirby to Adam Driver have been rumored to be cast as Johnny Storm, Sue Storm, and Reed Richards. These speculations has been less focused on the casting of Ben Grimm, which does seem to be a grim situation. The DCU has found its new Superman in David Cornsweet, a casting that has received its fair share of backlash. But then again, nothing really satisfies the internet. Fans are mostly salty about the departure of Henry Cavill from the mantle of the Man of Steel. Cavill initially received some backlash when he came onto the scene in 2013's Man of Steel, but the fans grew to love him and his portrayal of Kal-El. Viola Davis and John Cena have retained their original roles as Amanda Waller and Peacemaker respectively. Exciting news in Nathan Fillion's casting as Green Lantern Guy Gardner, marking the first live-action appearance of the character. Rachel Brosnahan has been cast as Lois Lane, and fans are positively excited for her character, having previously seen her critically acclaimed role as the titular character in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Comparative analysis. In their recent projects, the MCU has been banking on comedy and lightheartedness to carry the story forward, and this is most evident in films like Thor, Love and Thunder, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. The MCU TV shows, however, do seem to take a more serious path, but end up succumbing to the same issues as the movies. Poor writing choices. The fans have often cited bad development in recent times as a factor for their loss of interest. This has been a recurring issue for Marvel. The DCU has been plagued with a different type of problem: management issues. Changes in the creative team and the management has caused a lot of decisions to be made hastily. A prime example of this has been Black Adam, with bringing up Henry Cavill as Superman only for him to not don the mantle again. A constant need for reshuffling has caused a variety of issues, including bad scheduling. A common problem faced by both studios is the decline of quality of CGI in their projects, which fans have ardently criticized. Potential for success. The MCU is coming off a string of poorly received projects, but its slate stretched far into the future, with fan-favorite characters and actors returning for major projects. The DCU hasn't started yet, but given James Gunn's able readership, fans have high expectations for his universe. Both studios have extremely well-known characters lined up, with award-winning writers on board for their scripts. However, given the recent plague of superhero fatigue, the DCU might just edge forward in this race. Marvel seems to be focused on quantity over quality, whereas DCU seems to be going the opposite way. Given Marvel's recent critical bombs, Gunn and the creative leadership is ample evidence of what to avoid in bringing their characters to the big screen. And that's all, folks. We have seen how both the MCU and the DCU has their plates full with their upcoming projects, with fans of both sides excited in all aspects. The MCU, with their recent criticism, seems to have a lot to learn in order to build up their previous glory. The DCU has a fresh start and ability to recreate their fandom with new faces. All that's left to see is who comes out on top in this race. Agree with these predictions? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to read your opinions. That's it from the Screen Fusion Society. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and stay tuned for the upcoming releases.